Hi folks, Chris Voss here from the Chris Voss Show.com, the Chris Voss Show.com. Hey, we're coming here with another cool review. This is the new GoPro Hero 4 Black Edition. Really nice. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so let's get to unboxing this GoPro 4 Black bad boy. This thing is something else in what they've done with it. Now, they put a lot into this GoPro, and basically it's 2 times faster video frame rates. It's got 4K video that will do now at 30 frames per second. The old model was 15 frames per second. You can also do 2.7K 50 video and 1080p at 120 frames per second. Man, you want to get a shot. There you go. So you can really do some amazing things with it. With the new Pro Tune settings, it works for both photos and video now, and you can have manual control over color, ISO, limits, exposure, and more. It's waterproof, of course, down to 40 meters, and it's got the 12 megapixel photos that it takes at 30 frames per second, and it's got the audio that they've improved into it. It's definitely a rocking camera, and they have just thrown everything in. Did a little bit of redesign to the body and design of it to where it will rock much harder. It's promoted to have a 2 times more powerful processor to it, and it's supposed to give you, really great photos and videos, which from we experienced, it certainly did. Certainly being able to do 4K at 30 frames per second is pretty awesome, especially ahead of probably 2015 will be the year of 4K TVs. And it will give you, of course, the fast time of taking photos really quickly if you want to do. You can do time intervals to 0.5 to 60 seconds. And it gives you special settings for after dark. It's got a night photo and night lapse mode where you can take and do photos in the dark and get ultra low light scenes. Of course, you still have the control. There's a remote, but you do have to buy that separately now with the black. Or you can use the app. They've definitely made the app a whole lot better. I've been impressed with the improvements to the app where you can take and do a whole lot more, and it seems to just work a whole lot more seamlessly and function better. It's got a highlight tag where you can press the button on the side of your unit that will highlight key moments while you're recording so that you can kind of know when you go back through them where they might be. You've got this super view, of course, that gives you this wide angle, top to bottom sort of look that you can take and get from your photos. It also has a new auto low light mode that it has on it where you can bring dark and bright low light environments and you don't have to adjust the camera settings, which make it really nice. They have said they've increased the professional audio performance on it 2 times the dynamic range, and it's got a really nice integrated analog digital converter inside of it. So it's pretty impressive that way, what they've done. Just a whole lot more control and stuff with what they've done in the unit. I've been really impressed with it. They've changed the battery to where the battery now comes out of the bottom. I like that setting a whole lot better. It's kind of a different battery too, so you're gonna have to buy some new batteries if you have a bunch for GoPros. But it does have a nice little hook on it that seems to hook on and hold itself better into the case. And I think overall it's probably going to be better for the usage of the camera in and of itself. So you've seen what we've unboxed here. It's definitely been redesigned with the lights on the front now, where it's got the red light and the blue light that's kind of built into the screen here, and it's just an amazing power-packed camera for what they put into this little unit. I'm always just impressed what they can squeeze in here, but they've done a great job with it, and it's just awesome what you've got. You can go anywhere from WVGA with this thing, 240 frames per second, 720p, of course, down to all the way up through about, 10 or 15, 10 or 12 different video resolutions, all the way up to 4K, 30 frames per second. You've even got 4K Super View, 2.7K, and 2.7K Super View. And of course, you do have 1080p that you can do up to 120 frames per second. That's just freaking amazing is what you can do there. And it just rock and rolls. The photos look good. The video, of course, looks excellent, especially if you're recording in your 4K. That's going to come out just awesome. The videos that we came out with 4K were just beautiful and gorgeous to do. It does have the HDMI to TV out, so you can take and do that. and you can monitor, of course, and charge at the same time. You can add, of course, all the features and accessories that come with the GoPro line. We like to have the backpack on the back, which makes a huge amount of difference. So super, super, super impressed with the product. I really think this is the coup de grace. This is the best Hero Pro. I had zero problems with it. No hiccups, no problems, no shutoffs, nothing. It worked like a champ, and definitely the best Hero or I should say GoPro Hero that I've ever seen out of the GoPro line. So kudos to them, and definitely highly recommend it. It trumps all the other Heroes just overall. So be sure and check it out. You can go to GoPro.com. That's GoPro.com. Tell them Chris Voss sent you. Chris Voss tested, Chris Voss approved. Be sure to check into the Chris Voss Show, and be sure to watch all our videos where we review all the different accessories you can use with your new GoPro Hero 4. Also, be sure to make a donation to our fan funder site on YouTube. You can now make contributions and help keep the lights on. Thanks for coming by. Be sure to check back in often.